Morning. Early one today. I've got a lot going on. Oh, football. Oh dear. City got absolutely demolished by Barcelona yesterday, but it's no big surprise. And they're in a very tough group in the European Championship, and I can't see them getting past the first round. Never mind. That means they can concentrate on the SPL. Talking about the vegan thing yesterday, there's a couple of things I forgot. One is that I do supplement, my sort of like 3 squares daily with a protein powder, which is made from like pea protein, and I use that as a base for smoothies, mixing it either with water or orange juice or hazelnut milk or whatever, and yeah, and you add fruit to that, add green vegetables and that sort of thing. Just add whatever you feel like and put it. I've got one of these new. It's not a it's not a magic bullet, but it's the same sort of thing. And yeah, and that makes a good supplement. In fact, it could even make a meal replacement if you're trying to lose weight. Yeah, and today I think I'd like to talk a little bit about anxiety. I won't make it quite as long as yesterday. It was a long one yesterday. And I feel a little bit anxious today. I'm up early because I've got I've got a personal training session. I'm being trained today with my friend Ben Capper, who's an even bigger nut than I am when it comes to things like exercise and training. And I know he's going to soundly kick my butt, and which is good. And I'm also feeling a bit anxious because this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I've got a big sort of business development course, which I know is really going to sort of like spin me around and sort of like really help me develop my business. But I mean, I've got a lot to get sorted out. It's a lot going on holiday. You got all the stress of sort of getting packed and getting organised and also, I didn't realise until the other day that I thought accommodation was taken care of, but I've got to sort that out today and sort out a zip car for the weekend. So, yeah, just a few things to do, but it'll all get done and it'll be all right. And that is to me is good anxiety because that anxiety is what sort of stings me into doing stuff. Sort of getting off my butt and sort of like getting things done. In the past, I've suffered very badly with anxiety, to the point where I had to seek medication, and that's a totally different sort of thing. That's sort of where become so anxious it becomes debilitating, and also when you get that sort of anxiety. Everything is making you anxious. And, it would be okay, like how I feel at the moment, it'd be very easy for me to sort of like just let it all spin out of control and think, oh, I'm anxious about this, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, I'm worried about this, which, to be honest, my mother spent her life doing. And but the thing is, I can keep all this in perspective. I know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, and I know what I've got to do to stop feeling that way, and that's fine. But like I say, in the past, it was a sort of like very much an out of control feeling. And when it first hit me, and it has to be blimey, it must be said, it was about. I can remember when it first hit me, which was about. It was in the September of about 1980, and me and my girlfriend were on holiday in Wales, and at the time. We were both drinking a lot. We were both using a lot of recreational drugs, and you know, we're both in our early 20s, and you don't realise then that things come at a cost. And it was bizarre because I was driving along, and suddenly I got hit with a panic attack, and I didn't know what it was. I thought I didn't know if I was going mad, if I was having a heart attack or what. And she did. she didn't drive at the time, so I couldn't really say a lot about her, which is compounding the thing. And it just, you see, in these days, like anxiety attacks, they're quite well reported. People, are quite happy to talk about them. But it was just like in at that time, 1980, it was almost unheard of. Well, it wasn't. People had them, but it wasn't sort of like spoken of in the same way. And yeah, and it's and the trouble is when you feel like that, it's very tempting to get into sort of like avoidance behaviour. So rather than sort of like deal with what was going on for a long time, I was just avoiding it. And how I was avoiding it was by avoiding driving, and it wasn't really until I sort of like totally stopped drinking that this stopped. And the other thing that sort of came along with it hand in hand was, like lots of other little phobias as well. Like, and I've spoken about this before, I think. I started to develop a fear of heights. I had to still drive because it was part of my job, but it was a real white knuckle job. And the following year, me and my partner, we went on holiday down to Cornwall, and that was when I first became aware of sort of a fear of heights. And I hadn't really sort of spoken to her massively about the driving anxiety, so she thought everything was fairly okay. And of course, as well as the driving anxiety, I was having to deal with a fear of heights, which if you can imagine, sort of like driving along the roads of like Exmoor and Dartmoor and Bodmin, and oh my goodness me. I was absolutely exhausted, and the trouble was as well, I was sort of like self-medicating with booze and more dope, and and it really only properly stopped when I properly stopped drinking, So I don't know if it was in some sort of twisted psychological way, like it was me thinking, oh my goodness, I've always got too much alcohol in my system, and if I get stopped by the police, I'm going to get done. But that was never a conscious thought. But looking back, that might have been part of the reason for the behaviour. I don't know. But one of the things that really did help when I was in recovery was I had a very, very good hypnotherapist, NLP therapist, a lady called B, who was operating in Cambridge. I don't know if she's still about. If you're watching this, B, I'd really love you to get in touch with me because, as well as being a great therapist, she became a good friend as well. And one of the sort of like the last bits, I still had a lot of, I got to the point where I was, driving, I was zapping about all over the place. In fact, for a while I was cabbying, but one thing that occurred to me, and I'd never driven over the Dartford crossing, and being a cabbie, I knew that like one day I was going to get like a Gatwick run, and I'd have to drive over that. So anyway, we had a session. I had a session with her, and we addressed it. And about a couple of weeks later, sure enough, I had a Gatwick run. And I did it, and I actually really enjoyed driving over the bridge. It was amazing. And a few weeks later, I was in San Francisco, and I drove over the Golden Gate Bridge, and that was absolutely unbelievable. And thanks to B and neuro-linguistic programming and hypnotherapy, I got sorted out. But I would say if anyone is suffering from anxiety, this is stuff that I can help with. I can help with it through yoga, through Reiki. I've got various coping strategies that I can bring to bear. So please don't suffer. Get in touch with me. Get into inbox me here, and I can really help. So okay, but I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye bye.